SAP Cloud Platform Workflow Management, as part of Extension Suite, is a service offering to digitize workflows, automate business processes, manage decision logic, and gain end-to-end process visibility. The Inbox application provides a single entry point for business users to access all their assigned tasks. SAP Cloud Platform Workflow Management can not only be used to extend business processes that are running within SAP applications, but processes that are running in any third-party applications as well. In addition to that, it can be used in combination with SAP Intelligent Robotic Process Automation to automate unstructured tasks and repetitive tasks. It can also consume pre-built workflow content which is available from SAP API Business Hub, and then it can be used within SAP Flexibility Cockpit application by a business expert user. In combination with other services like SAP Conversational AI or SAP WorkZone for HR, a broad set of use cases can be tackled. In fact, SAP Cloud Platform Workflow Management allows you to do more with less and allows you to be really freeing up your employees to do more meaningful work with the help of process automation. It ensures compliance and helps you to flexibly adapt your business processes to the changing business demands. A purchase info record is a significant master data in SAP ERP that contains information on a specific material and a vendor supplying that material. For example, the vendor's current pricing for the material and its validity are available in the purchase info record, along with other information like the plant, the purchase organization, etc. Being such a critical master data, any updates to the purchase info record should ideally be validated and approved before being used productively. It will prevent any mistake, especially in the pricing conditions and its validity. This will avoid any rework towards the end of the purchasing process where fixing such issues could prove very costly. There are no standard approval process available for purchase info record in SAP ERP. If you need such an approval process, then it requires some development effort in SAP ERP to implement them. The content package Maintain Purchase Info Record enables procurement experts and organizations to accelerate the digitalization of the purchase info record approval process transparently and provide flexibility to meet business requirements. It provides flexibility in choosing process variants based on attributes like info record type, vendor, plant, material, purchasing group, purchasing organization, and even the price variance in case of changing or updating a purchase info record. When a user submits a request to create or update a purchase info record, a pre-configured process variant is triggered in SAP Cloud Platform Workflow Management. Only after an approval process, the information is updated in SAP ERP. In SAP API Business Hub, you will now find content for workflow management. And one of these packages available as of today is Maintain Purchase Info Record. As a customer, you will be able to look at it to understand the content, take a look at the artifacts that are available as part of this content package. Upon provisioning of SAP Cloud Platform Workflow Management in your cloud tenant, you will be able to use the Process Flexibility Cockpit application to discover these packages. It connects to SAP API Business Hub to view and also import them into your cloud platform tenant. Once the content is imported into the tenant, you will be able to configure the process variants of the purchase info record process. So I could either open one of these variants that are already available, or I could create a new process variant. For example, I want to create a new process variant for high price variants, especially when if the variation between the old and the new price of the material is more than, let's say, 25%. So I can go into the process variant that I've just created. By default, there is just one level of approval. If I want, of course, I can delete it. But in this case, I want to add one more level of approval. So what you have here is a constraint-based editor where you have a list of process steps that are pre-configured and available. Let's say if I want to add one more level of approval, I can just drag and drop this approval step here, rename this, and save and activate the process variant. Once a variant is activated, it can be used to start an approval process. So apart from the process variants, we also have several decisions that are available for the process. There is a rule to determine which process variants that needs to be used during the execution of the approval process. So here we have a decision table to determine which variant should be triggered for an info record process. And of course, it uses several precise conditions to determine the variant that needs to be triggered. In addition, you can also determine who should be the approver. So this could be based on the info record type or the purchasing organization or the plant and even the price variance. In addition, there is also a possibility to define a text-based rule to add any additional business validation that you want to introduce as part of the process. For example, in this case, we have maintained a text rule to check if to prevent this application to be used for, let's say, the company code 1002. When the process is executed, it is also equally important to take a closer look at the performance of the process. The pre-built dashboard provides several KPIs that we can follow, and you can also navigate into a specific KPI tile to look at the contributing instances or the info records towards it. You can not only see a list of info records, you would also be able to navigate into a specific info record to look at more details about it. Apart from the contextual information that you have about the info record, you also get to see the path the info record has taken. For example, the different approval steps that it has actually gone through. And this is very critical to look at, if especially if there is an issue in the info record, whether it could be stuck in a specific approval step or maybe some technical errors that can be identified as well. If required, the dashboard can be configured. For example, you want to change the representation from a pie chart to a line chart, or you want to change pre-built process metrics and add additional process metrics, then you would be able to easily configure this using the configure visibility scenario application. For example, you want to change the representation of open instances from bar chart maybe to a donut chart. You can just change the representation, save, and activate the dashboard to make it reflected like that. Let us take a look at execution of such a workflow using the process variants that we have defined. So what you see here as a purchase info record managed tile is a UI application that is available in the Fiori Launchpad. The source code of this UI application is available in GitHub. So when you access this application, you will get an option to search for an existing purchase info record, or you could even create a new purchase info record. So I just want to search for a specific purchase info record with the material MYRA, and I could search for it, and this queries the material available from SAP ERP. And I also want to search for a specific vendor called standard. I could also search for the vendor from SAP ERP. And based on the given conditions and the info record category, I could search for the matching info records. So it has found one info record from SAP ERP. I could go and look at the details of the specific purchase info record, have a look at the different purchase organization data or even condition data. In this case, I want to change the standard quantity and certain condition information about the purchase info record. Okay, so I'm again presented with the different information. In this case, I'm not allowed to modify any information that you see in the general data. However, I'll be able to, let's say, update maybe the delivery time to 14 days. I could also update any of the other fields that are available here. But more importantly, I want to update the condition data. I want to set the validity of the new condition that I'm going to have, especially the delivery time from tomorrow. And I'm going to update the price to 120 euros as well. So now once I save this, I can optionally provide a note to the approver, so it will be visible in his inbox tasks, and I can just submit to start the approval process. So as you can see, a workflow has been triggered, and one of the process variants that has been configured would be triggered, and based on the process variant, the approver will also be triggered using the business rules that we have defined earlier. Let's now look at the My Inbox application. So I would have received an approval task for the info record that we have just changed. So I've just assigned all the approval tasks to my name. So I'm presented with a Fiori-based user interface, which provides all the information about the info record, together with the changes that have been made to the condition data. So after going through this, I would choose to approve it as well, and can provide comments to approve it, and with that, the info record will be updated in SAP ERP. During every step of the approval process, the requester as well as the approvers get an email notification about the tasks that they have and the status of the purchase info record as well. So I'm going to search for this info record. So in the ERP system, we'll be able to see the changes that we have actually made to the conditions data, the one that we just maintained here, like the amount as well as the validity that we just updated from SAP Cloud Platform Workflow Management. There are more such live process content that can be accessed from SAP API Business Hub to accelerate the digital process automation within your organization. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.